it's funny. People had so much to say, especially people going at Chris for what he said in this special about Will Smith and in particular Jada. But nobody gives a fuck. Again, look at the title. That's that selective outrage. What's up? It's your boy Sid, trying to come back into another analysis / news video. And I kid you not, that's my real name. And over the weekend, Netflix released a special. Chris Rock finally told, his side and, his feelings and whatnot on the incident that happened last year, the slap heard around the world when during the Oscars presentation, Chris, being the host, made some jokes about Jada, G.I. Jane, her bald ass head, and Will Smith laughed at first, then he looked over at his wife, saw that she was offended, and felt, this was the last straw. Enough of these freaking jokes over the past 2 years I've been dealing with. Chris, you're the perfect avatar for me to take this out on. Proceeded to walk up, on that stage and slap the piss out of Chris Rock's mouth. And, it was a shockwave backlash heard around the world. Went back down, proceeded to, shout some epithets at him, some curse words, told him what not to do. And Chris just, being a consummate professional, kept the show going. And, man, people condemned it, but there was a good sector that were defending Will Smith's actions. And we see Jada, they showed different angles. She was laughing at this whole charade that she caused. Two black men going at it, and one destroying his own image, and one embarrassing, publicly shaming another by his own actions, and just, it was just a whole kerfuffle, and another issue to divide and splinter the black community in America over. But now Chris is getting that clap back, and people don't want to hear what he's saying because he came out harsh. And here's the thing. It's his pain. This happened to him. He was abused, became a victim in front of not just the whole of America, the entire fucking world. This is fucking embarrassing. Especially it being Will Smith, like the guy that, championed and seen in other countries, so as like this visage, this image of, an acceptable black male. And yeah, we don't want to fight for acceptable all this stuff, but he was somebody that people look to. And now just another, reason for them to for us to be looked down upon. We used to praise Will Smith, but you all are just because now. You're just niggas. I mean, so it's mad crazy. The man's damaged the whole, black reputation across the globe with one swipe of a appendage. And you don't think there's gonna be some fallout from this? He couldn't wait to address his issues. He had to go full beta male simp and simp in front of his woman, for his woman in front of the whole world. Let her put a battery in his back and went up there and handled business. He a real man now. A man made in the image of, what the ideation of what a woman, wants or envisions. It's not a man. I mean, you look weak. Soft. Feminine. Emotional. Ugh, yuck. And then they have the audacity to tell Chris he can't come out here and say that, what he wants to say. Called, them some B words, some female dogs. Nah, you can't tell that man how to express his pain on a platform he got paid for. Deal might be in the works, but he waited for the perfect time. right after Will has accepted some image award or whatever, slap that image back down and bring him down a notch. I'm loving the cold element. Revenge is a dish best served cold, and this was calculated when it was coming out. You know, the timing and you know what he said, because he's doubling down effectively. They can't come out and say, come out and have anything in response to say, because it makes them, you know, like look weak and look unapologetic. Because you're in the wrong. You offended this man. He was doing his job. Whatever joke he told, even if it was the most crass of jokes, you deal with that off screen. Especially being, you know, two black men. I don't give a what he said. The moment you let somebody else's words control you, you are a weak nigga. A weak motherfucker. So, I mean, yeah, Chris has the license to say whatever the fuck he wants. Will is a bitch. Jada is a big bitch. And it is what it is. Because you can't come back and, like, what are you going to do, assault him again? Oh, you really would lose everything. People talking about, we'll get to that later. But saying he's going to do it again, no, he won't. And now, Chris has you in the palm of his hands. And that's like people saying, like, it's like, he shouldn't want to, he shouldn't feel like this, or he can feel however the fuck he wants to. He was violated in front of the public eye, in front of the masses. You're not going to tell me how to forgive or, deal with this pain or whatever. I'll exercise it, my feelings, however the fuck I feel like legally. And the best thing you could do, the intelligent thing to do would be to beat somebody down where they can't even react, where they can't even retaliate. There's nothing they can do, especially in the public, in the court of public opinion. Keep those body blows coming up, break those, metaphorical ribs. Ain't shit you can do about it. Take this shit, nigga. That's the only thing you can do. Sounds vindictive. People, this is the thing. People were saying about her image and how hurt her feelings was. This man's actual physical being was hurt. He was assaulted. In most places we look at, that is a chargeable offense. You can go to jail for that shit. And if they weren't, if they were regular people, just happened on the street, somebody's going to jail for that. Over fucking words? Control yourself. Discipline. So I'm gonna let somebody say whatever they want about me, and let you say, like, in whatever situation you could end up getting retaliated against and end up dead over fucking words. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. Like, it's crazy. Like, the least people are going to justify this shit. Protect the black queen. Like, when is she being a black queen? Pull up the video of her, and Will asking her not to fuck with his image, and she's saying, I'm gonna do it anyway. Throw that in his face. How's she a black queen? She ain't protecting this man in the least. Threw him under the bus after that, saying, like, she could have been like, I had something to do with it. We know it's motivated by her. She is the culprit. She is the main villain in this story arc. And she's just denying, any culpability. And you want us to champion this black queen. Fuck out of here, man. Give me that trash bag over there. That's where she belongs. Yuck. And then, black queens don't sleep with their son's friends. I mean, our standards are so fucking low. Just speaks to the depravity in our community, which is why passport rules are going out. Because that's a whole other thing. But yeah, can't tell this man how to, Chris, how to react and all this stuff, and what he can and cannot say. Obviously, and somebody said, he And dude said he feels he's more hurt if I punch somebody, and yeah, I go to jail for it. Yeah, I'm hurting myself. I'm hurt. There's a fallout. But a person who had damage, if it was physically assaulted, is gonna be hurt. Are you just insane? The things people say. Like, do you even understand the words that are coming out of your own mouth? Like, it's crazy. You live in a psycho topsy-turvy world. And people are all sensitive about this and shit for words. And Chris, he made what was an obvious, clear joke. Even if he did, even if it wasn't a joke, he's still within his rights to whatever. People act like they are some saints. Like, they're still not mad. Someone said it perfectly. Like, they're still not mad at people at high school that wronged them, but yet they want to, claim the moral high ground and sit on their pedestal and judge Chris for being upset and angry and holding what they perceive as a grudge. It's not a grudge. It's personal. You slap the shit out of me on national television and make it into worldwide news. Oh, I'm gonna enact my revenge on you, motherfucker. You best believe that shit. But yeah, I mean, so he had the joke about emancipation. Will Smith played in a slave movie, and you see, I stopped watching because I'm just after 12 years of slave, I'm just like 12 years too gone. You continue on with this bullshit. I've seen enough of them. Give us some other pain. There's plenty of other black pain up. We can bait the master too. Reverse those words, yeah. But yeah, he said that he loved Will Smith. When they're both coming up in the '90s, supported the brother in all his endeavors, and then he does this shit. So it's like, yeah, I turned on Emancipation. I like I turned it on to see him get his ass whooped, quite literally. And the joke was funny. I'm like, damn. But I get it. You want to see somebody succeed that that wronged you. You might you could publicly wish them well, but privately, man, wish them hell. They don't got bars. But I mean, it just is what it is. Why the would he be on Will Smith's side? Ain't no fucking beef. This is personal. It's a personal element. Like, people have perished, have been deleted, unalive for less. And you out there saying forgive. Okay, let somebody do that to you, and let's see how forgiving your ass would be. Fucking hypocrite. Oh man, so it's crazy, bro. Like, that Chris isn't entitled to this. And you know what? The funny thing is, he can perform this act as many times as he wants, mention the same lines, bitchs as much as he want, and up to a certain, it had to be a ridiculous level to a certain different number of times. People are just gonna be like, hey man, he's exercising his right because you earned all of this verbal ass whooping. Will, you gotta hold this motherfucking L. And so does that bald-headed bitch, Mr. Clean. All right, let's look at some of the comments here. Will Cortez, next time Will is gonna drop kick Chris, laugh out loud. No, he ain't. He ain't gonna do shit but take these motherfucking jokes. As I said plenty of times, responding to people. STFU. Next. NGL. I think that's not gonna lie. But no, it should stand for niggas gonna lie. Because this nigga lied. At me. Don't let somebody bitch you for the sake of trying to impress YA to people. Ain't nobody trying to impress nobody. It's purely about moving smarter, not harder. Yeah, so okay, I fought back. He might have beat my ass, but I got that. I'm in jail now. I lost my freedom. I lost my money. I lost my endorsement deals. I lost, a lot of things. I lost, the favor of my inner circle, my family. I can't see my daughter be born all this stuff. I lost access to the outside world. But yeah, if people respect me though, I'm a real nigga. You know how fucking stupid you sound? But like Chris said, it's the difference between niggas and niggers. So, I mean, Niggers with the hard ER. I don't want no parts, of them. That's why I'm far removed from people like that. I don't want them to have access to me, be in my circle. People that are gonna let temporary emotions let them make long-term mistakes. So the feelings you have now that are gonna pass, you're gonna let them do something permanent to help you, to do something permanent and ruin your fucking life. Okay, have at it. Lost. Stupid motherfuckers. I mean, but hey, you like it, I love it, as they say. Next. Femme Divine Mind. This is funny. He's been harassing her since the 90s. It's actually an obsession. Jokes, whatever. He's a comedian. He gets paid to rank on people. Even if it's personal, that's what these things do. 50 Cent is on Ja Rule's ass. And it's because something that happened to him. Nobody ever, clowns 50 as a troll. But, hip-hop is seen different and all these, because he's tough and it's, just pseudo-masculine shit. Oh, man. When it's really just drama. Feminine drama. It's entertaining, I'm not gonna lie. It's funny. I laugh. But at the root of it, what is it really? Alright, in response to that, D-Man here. You can believe that, seriously, who wants a woman who talks about her entanglements, on top of that sleeps with her son's friend? Thank you. Said this earlier. What kind of respectable woman is that? Even if they both had it, let's just say they both had an agreement to make it personal and then awkward as fuck for your son. You gonna sleep with his buddy? How the fuck he supposed to look that in the face? And have him not singing tunes about, he made songs about your mom. There's no line drawn there. But yeah, she a black queen, respect her, man. FOH. Alright, response to that, she responded back. Obviously, Will Mother freaking Smith wants her. Stay mad in Memphis. Who the fuck respects Will Smith? The simpiest, Will Simp. The simpiest of blue pill, soft, feminine niggas. Bands. And I ain't talking about getting the fuck up out of here. Nobody respect that man. His co-worker actually on him twice in Emancipation. What do you have to say about that? Not a goddamn thing. The last comment we're gonna get to here. Ramsey Stafford. This is how Chris Rock chooses to slap back, and I got no problem with it. You go, Chris. Exactly. Move smarter, not like a nigger. Okay. Street violence, and only gonna take you so far. I mean, I think he had a movie. I'm gonna crush you with my wallet. That hurts. That line hurt way more than actual physically punching somebody. They get over that. The psychological damage, emotional damage that you deal to people, they ain't gonna get over that shit so easily. I'm glad Martin Lawrence finally came out and said that he told Will what he did was wrong. He said Chris didn't deserve that. He didn't, and he didn't. You being, a comedian, Martin being a comedian, it's jokes, nigga. Soft ass. Shula King said it best. All this outrage over what somebody says out their mouth, but not about somebody putting hands on somebody at the Oscars. Exactly. Fucking physical assault. Like I said, people should, go to jail for that type of shit. FOH. It's ridiculous. But anyways, we're gonna get up out of here. Don't give a fuck who's mad about this, whatever. Deal with it. Because the fact is, These jokes still gonna come good.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe if you like.
Thanks for watching. Check me out at Centron Anime, Centron Life, or Centron Laughs, or other social media.